I consider myself to be kind of an armchair folk medical physician kind of thing, just kind of like for my own use. And I've had to become that. I expressed in a letter that caused my guru to decide to live a little longer, that I was interested in, because he was on his way to Mustang to just kind of like fall off the planet. And he had to stay in Kathmandu to read this letter that I had sent some random people. And it said that I was interested in learning folk medicine. So he made sure that, like ignorance defines your occupation. And then there were signs that he was contemplating that he had run out of benefit that he could do, and that he was only doing harm, and that he thought about some things that he could do because of that letter. So I have been having some problems with my joints, and even my basically overall acidity. I don't know that it would be clinically diagnosed as gout, but I'm treating it as preclinical gout. And I decided years ago that poison generated deficiencies in the body. And so, whatever the normal amount of something was that you would take, that you need to take more than that when you've been poisoned. And this has caused me to feel some relief in the face of it's been like the elk and the wolf kind of an argument here. And there's a lot more wolves than there are elks. And the elks might be turning into eagles, if we borrow an analogy from the reindeer. But so this has been very expensive for me. And I just spent $50 again trying to get beetroot, celery seed, and tart cherry. I've been taking potassium supplements, and that's been helping. But I'm taking garlic. I looked at a list of things for acidity and gout. I'm taking it all. So, and I noticed that the cordyceps has a ton of potassium in it. I just doubled the cordyceps I was taking. I was taking a half dose, and I was like, yeah, what else do I have to spend my money on? It's not like I need to be a hoarder or something. It's, anyway, I got a letter from my landlord today. I haven't read it yet, but I wrote to him and said, hey, I had a little problem paying my rent this month. I went in and I talked to Michelle and told her, and I could tell by the look in her eye that she was going to send me one of those letters anyway. So that's probably what this letter is, that I was late with rent, that I didn't pay my rent right, tried to pay part of my rent and not all of my rent. I accidentally paid $7 less. I paid last year's rent instead of this year's rent, and then immediately realized my problem and sent an additional payment. So these payments are just, right after the other, like 15 minutes apart or something like that. What's this $7 payment for? I don't know, but she's $7 light in her rent, and I don't think it's related. So that's a pretty stressful situation. But I can tell by, it feels like there's crystals in my joints right now, and it feels like there's crystals in my blood vessels. And I think it's environmental toxins, that it's something that people are trying to do to cause issues. But I got a beetroot compound with hawthorn and grapeseed. And so that's also for blood pressure. And so we're going to see how that works and see what the wolves come up with next.